Hey y'all, this is a video about relationship skills, particularly in dealing with the gig bookers that you're going to work with when you play at retirement communities. But this can be also used for other relationships as well. The three things I'm going to talk about today are presence, number one, discernment, number two, and trust, number three. Presence is it's what allows you to be in the moment and make a decision based on what is happening in that moment, not based on your preconceptions and your judgments. Okay, so to be present, you have to be open. So openness is a trait that not everybody has, honestly, but a lot of musicians have openness, I think. A lot of creative people are open in their personality. So I'll use a particular example, because this just happened to me, and I'm really very moved, honestly, about how this all went. So I show up to a gig. It's 10:30 in the morning. It's about a 40-minute drive from where I live, and I have some connecting gigs. I set this gig up about a month ago, and I've been working with this activities director for years now. So this is an established relationship. So I know this person knows me. We're good at working together. The communication's good. Well, I show up today, and it's not our usual day. And I show up, and she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, I didn't expect you to come today. I didn't think you were coming," is what she said. "I didn't think you were coming." Basically, she forgot. She forgot about the gig. We went in and looked at the calendar together, and it was there. It was on the calendar and everything. So I was not in the wrong. She made a mistake. But you know what? I looked at her, and she was setting up for this brunch thing that was happening in the afternoon. And she looked a little stressed, and she was kind of busy. So I exercised my presence, and I was present, and I just took in the information objectively. It's like, okay, looks like she's busy. And I said, and then she said, "Well, let me go gather up the residents." I said, "We could do that, or if you want to reschedule, that'll be okay too." So I chose to give her good grace in the situation. I chose to do that. And because I could tell, like, she was a little stressed out, and she was behind, and I don't know what's going on in her personal life. Maybe it's something, maybe it's nothing. But I didn't ask her about that. It's a professional relationship. Sometimes you can ask about that kind of thing if you think that that's going to be helpful. But I like to keep most of the professional relationships professional. So the presence really helped me out there, because I was able to look at the situation and take in the information. And then I went with my gut. I went with my heart. And I said, we can reschedule. Like, that was a gift that I could give her. I mean, this place books me 2 times a month. So I'm going to be flexible with them, and I want to do good business. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. And that leads me to my second point, which is discernment. So I was able to discern what was going on with her. She was stressed. I get stressed all the time. Not all the time, but it's common. It's common for people to be stressed out. So I was like, yo, you know what? You get to decide, like, if it's easier, we can just reschedule. That'll be fine. And I think that was a really good move, because she didn't get more stressed out, and I was able to exercise grace in the situation, and I think it was good for the working relationship. And we rescheduled for today's Friday, so we rescheduled for Tuesday. No big deal. I don't have any connecting gigs, but I was like, okay, you know what, I'll just eat the cost. But you know what she did? She offered to add $25 in gas because of the inconvenience. Sure. I thought about it, and I took it. It's like, okay, I'll take it. So what that's going to do for me is, things are working out, and it gave me the chance to be the bigger not the bigger person, but like to be compassionate and graceful and present, and to exercise good relationship skills. Now, if that happens over and over again, then we have a problem. But historically, it's very rare. It's pretty rare. It's happened before, but usually when it happens before, she doesn't have something else going on later on in the day, and so I'll just play then, and we'll just be like a little bit late. So that's just what that is. That's just the relationship. I choose to have some flexibility, and actually, a moderate amount of flexibility will help you in the business. Keep in mind, you are an entertainer, and you are not like a doctor, for example. Well, you might be a doctor too, but a doctor's visit is more pressing. Like if somebody has a health concern, like you keep your schedule. That's important. Gosh, I don't know a lot of doctors that really keep their schedules. A lot of doctors make people wait. But anyways, have a little flexibility is what I'm trying to say. So the first point was to be present. The second point is to use discernment. And then the third point is to trust. So what am I trusting here? I am trusting that the value of the relationship and the good grace that I put in as a deposit is going to pay dividends in the future. It's not really quantitative, but it's qualitative. So the quality of the relationship is worth investing in. And that's not just in the business relationships, that's in other relationships too. Your personal relationship, your intimate relationship, your friends, your family. Families are a little complicated sometimes. I'm not even going to get into that with mine, because I think every family has different dynamics. You know, you have to play the course. You have to be present. You have to understand and use discernment what's going on, and then you have to trust that what you put into it after the discernment is what's best for you and for the relationship. So that's my rant about that. And you know what? As I was driving away, I was hit with such emotion. I felt such gratitude. That's what I felt. I felt gratitude that I was able to deploy that grace in that situation. Because to me, what that is giving me is it's helping me develop my character. And that is important, y'all. Character development is like your reputation in a way. But it also has to do with what's inside, which is your morals and what you're doing that's right for you too. So I think character development is your internal morals interacting with the external environment, and then that creates a reputation. I've never said it that way. I kind of like that definition. What do you think? What do you think your character is? How do you define character? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. As always, like and subscribe, and peace.